Kia ora, team. When last we spoke, I had just died thanks to a claymore, and well, the claymore didn't do it. It wasn't the claymore's fault. It was absolutely my fault. So I spawned back in, as you can see, and it's down in Chernogorsk, which is fine. Been there before. Know where I was going, and I got off to a really good start. I got chicken early on. I got a knife. I got some extra food. Somewhere along the line, I picked up a water bottle. I can't exactly remember, and I found I found a good jacket at the fire station, and I actually managed to avoid a chemical strike. I was just about to go to the hospital, actually, ironically, as I will explain later, and a chemical strike landed right on top of the hospital. So I had to get out of there before I got sick. And I headed off to Zelenogorsk, and I went straight there practically. I just practically ran all the way straight to Zelenogorsk, and I came in, and I ended up getting some quite good stuff, and then it all went horribly wrong. I got infected. I got infected from an infected in Zelenogorsk. And I went to the medical center, and there was nothing there. There was no pills there. There's no tetracycline there. There was nothing. So I set off across country to the airbase, which is in the northeastern corner, which is Krasnostav airbase, which is where all the medical facility is. I have been there before. I know that they have medical gear there. So I set off across country over there and got about 2 kilometers and died. That was that. Nothing I could do about it. My health just went downhill really, really quickly. It didn't matter. I had plenty of food. I had plenty of water. Didn't have any issues with that. I was warm. I could do whatever I like, but I couldn't get better. So I died. It was that straightforward. So that was, I kid you not, about 4 or 5 hours worth of gameplay to get from Chernogorsk, which is what you see now, all the way up to Zelenogorsk, and then get infected and die. Which was, yeah, I have thoughts about that. None of them are very positive. And I was like, okay, fine, that suits yourself. I'll start again. So I did, and I started again. So this is me starting again, and this is, I think, on reflection, I got off to a bad start, a really bad start. I couldn't see anything, and I headed this way because I saw what looked to be something. So I thought, you know what, I'll head this way. And that was not a good start, because I didn't find any food and I didn't find any water. And in the process of going along here, being sick, or not being sick, sorry, but not having food and water, I got sick. Guess what happened? Yeah, I got sick, I died. Because it didn't matter what I did. I got food again. I found a water supply. I found water. I could drink water, but I kept throwing it up. I could eat food, but I kept throwing it up. I had food. I managed to chase and catch a sheep, which is kind of unusual. I didn't know you could actually chase and kill sheep, but you can, which is great. So I survived right up to the point I got sick. And then what? I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find any pills. I couldn't find any medication. I couldn't find any way to get better. So that was that. So I was sick, so I was dead. So that's now 1, 2, I think at least 3, if not 4 times, of I think the 8 spawns that I've had now since I started playing the game, that I have died as a result of, directly as a result of, getting sick and being unable to get better. And I can see why people get frustrated with the game. I really can. There's no cure. There's no solution. You can solve a lot of other problems with thinking. With skill, with, if I learn to do this, then I can do that. Or if I do it this way, then that's fine. But if you get sick, you are basically done for. There is no medication that I can find that will get you better. And the medication that will get you better is miles away, and you will die before you get to it. And that's what's happened to me on multiple occasions, is that I get sick. I go to a medical clinic, there's nothing there. I go to a military base, there's nothing there. The only place that I've ever found that ever reliably has medication in it that will get you better is Krasnostav Air Base. And it is a long haul from most places. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're here to carry on. I did say we were here to carry on. I have to say though, my particular feeling about this is, if you get sick and you're not within an hour of real world time of Krasnostav Air Base, jump off something high and start again. Because I really don't see your chat. You spend a lot of time running around and trying to get better, and then you don't get better. So it's back to RNG. It's like, I don't know, maybe you're lucky. Maybe you'll wander into a medical clinic and pick up some tetracycline, and that'll be that, and you'll be laughing. But I'd say your chances are pretty slim, bro. I would say forget it. Climb on top of something and throw yourself off. Because you may as well start again. You probably stand a better chance starting again. So that's it. So I've not included all of that, because why would you want to watch that? It was hours and hours and hours of my time to get nowhere. And yeah, it might well happen again. I mean, in reality, what's going to happen is I'm going to keep recording these episodes, but I'm not actually going to. I'm not actually probably going to save them or post them, because you're going to get bored of watching me running around and dying. And then maybe at some point I'll survive long enough for it to be worth our while to post it, I guess. Because otherwise I'm just continuing to do this, give you clips of me dying, and it's not. I don't know what's teaching you. I don't know if you're learning. Are you learning anything? You're learning that it's frustrating. Are you learning that the problem is getting sick, and I don't know how you stop getting sick. It's not like I put clothes on when I found them. I cooked food when I could. I ate when I could. I drank when I found water. Yeah, it just, I don't know. I don't know the answer to it, and I think that that's the frustration that people get, is people like, why do I keep dying? And you spawn in strange places, and you go, well, I don't know where anything is. I don't know how to find it. And that was for me, I spawned in a strange place, and it's like, well, I don't know where I am. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to find stuff. I went and had a look around, did everything right, couldn't find food, got sick, died. So there you go. Anyway, that's going to be the end for this marginal rant. And like I said, stay tuned. I don't know how many days it'll be until I get a character that survives long enough. I think I've changed my mind. I think I've changed my mind about what you need to do. I think what you need to do is get to Krasnostav Air Base at all costs, above everything, and get some medication. By far and away, the biggest killer of all of my characters than anything has been getting sick. But by a long chalk, like two-thirds, probably, at least 66%, maybe more, of my spawned characters have died as a result of getting sick. I can survive. I can get what I need to go out now in the game, but I can't make pills. I can't magic pills out of thin air. They either exist or they don't. You either have them or you don't. They either turn up in a medical clinic or they don't. And in my experience, they don't. The only time that I've picked up tetracycline is Krasnostav Air Base. I've never picked it up in a medical clinic. I've never picked it up in a hospital building. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I'm near a hospital building and a medical clinic, I will most certainly try. But so far, no. I think, what do I say I'm up to? Like 10 spawns. And it's never happened to me. Well, I've been through a number of medical clinics and a few hospitals. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is to that. I really don't. Yeah, so anyway, I'm sure that perhaps a lot more iterations of mine will end up on the cutting room floor. And at some point, somewhere along the line, I'll be pulling you back in. So it may be later down the line. You may not see me starting out. I may not record all of the starting out elements. I might just carry on just respawning, and I'll sort of keep a count, or try and keep a count. I'm sort of losing count. And then when we come back in, I'll let you know maybe if I've learned anything. But I mean, I guess the positive thing, sorry, I know I said I was leaving, but the positive thing from the spawns that I've had is that I have mostly managed to get my way. I mean, I suppose you might argue that getting sick, especially the second time, the first time I got cut by an infected, and that got infected. I don't just as an RNG. I had clean rags. That's not the issue. But I didn't have, I guess, alcoholic tincture or iodine or anything to put on it. But the second time, I don't know. Was it because I was hungry? Because I didn't, as you can see, I'm running through the wilderness and I can't find any food. Is that my fault? I mean, I guess it is. So, like I said, some people probably tell me that if I turned left instead of right, or up instead of down, or whatever, that I would have been 5 minutes away from a restaurant. I mean, I doubt it, but I don't know. Anyway, so this will probably be, well, this will be it for a while, I guess, because it'll probably take me a good 4 or 5 or 6 hours worth of gameplay to get back up and running again. At least, I've spent at least that already, and I'm still back to respawning. So yeah, I don't know. I will see you later. I know there's probably not a lot to like about the season so far, but like, comment, subscribe. Something more exciting might come along eventually if I can figure this all out. And that's part of what I said to you at the beginning. The beginning is to show you, what this game is like to play, and it is hell to play. You spend ages and ages. I did find these characters. I'll just leave this in. I think so. I was out here running around, and I found these 3 characters who none of them had voice comms, at least with me. So yeah, I don't know what they were up to. They were also miles from anywhere, and I said hi and tried to see if they had any food or anything, which it turns out that they didn't. But they were not unfriendly, at least. So they just came over and kind of left me alone and didn't do anything crazy, which was pretty good. So yeah. Anyway, good luck, fellas, wherever you are. Good luck, and yeah, I'll see the rest of you next time.